matchups always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida State Seminoles. Taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off.
Little defense first, boys.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The play-action fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play two.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets some yardage and gets down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards and up out the yoke. So Florida State's offense will get the ball for the first time.
Bradbury.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The RPO, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Thanks to grab. They're working
Into the water cooler.
Midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Gets it out quickly. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know
going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up
CPU
and handle the
demon.
challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25
That was crazy.
win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice
Flip
to
it.
have a receiver like this as a quarterback to add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
All you gotta do is win the conference, right?
Wants to
Where you
throw
at
on
on
first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good
Where you at in
matchups.
the
Man,
conference?
those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses.
Can you get in the conference championship?
Working that left side now. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This time they'll go to the running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run all.
Ooh, nice.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Guys, here comes that
Chance don't matter, though.
back onto the field.
The Big 12.
He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to
We
follow
put
suit
Texas
here.
back in the Big 12. Oh, yeah.
Takes the handoff. It's Joyner. Crosses the 30. He's got a
Left.
building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Oh, look at that.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know.
There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Canellish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Wink and guys that maybe they weren't runners.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And you see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Power football with the run. Runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Wolfpack with a lot of options downs on 2nd and short.
Great.
Keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Gives it on the option. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback, he could join former Heisman winners Alan Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. They're trailing by 10 to Maryland. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Quick strike complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. NC State going up-tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield.
What the freak?
Touchdown, NC State! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Hauls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It falls in.
He would have
He was
picked
trying
that
to
off
find his man for 6.
Oh, on the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang
That would
play.
be
Right?
crazy.
Taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end. But he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
That was a good play. Poorly executed. Poorly
Third
executed.
down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25.
Tough kick.
North Carolina
Yep.
State has it back in the offense, headed to the field.
Go
They'll
to
put
is
this one in
out
play
into
first snap of the
certain
drive from the 25. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off.
Oh,
The
man.
sack at the 20. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. To the air, it's Bryant. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his
Yeah,
second
baby.
of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and
Throws toward the end zone.
Oh,
He had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quick handoff. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Drop that over. This team, they're freaking computered already.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Dropping back, it's Bryant. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Trying play action. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Find
I
space
didn't
on
get
the
it.
right.
Fit that one.
Knocked down
Let's go.
immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Just enough time to get off one more snap. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best
Get the ball too, I
environments in
think.
the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And it's clear the
What's up,
aerial
cameraman?
attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive
What
game
up,
plans,
What's
if
up?
there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the
How's
first two
the,
quarters, we're going to see every
temperature down
route
in
in the
Louisiana?
route tree again in this second half.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field.
What up?
This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half.
And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
29
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to the big tight end. He got a
Nice,
hand
falling
in there,
off.
knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah.
Man, this tight end, he's a weapon.
Chilly
We've
here
seen
in
him,
Georgia.
right? He can get downfield. He can make plays vertically in the passing game. So this defense was
I
aware
hear
of that.
exactly.
Nice job in coverage, swatting that one away.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
With 17, it feels like we won.
Just keep slinging it.
What about you,
Rushes
Tommy?
on
I
him.
know it's freaking
He's going to run it.
cold over
And
here.
it'll be a short game.
You're
No need
so-
to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this.
He wants to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I said, what's the temperature
This
up
defense
there with
knew
you?
coming in. The offense was going to try to
It's
test it. They were
17.
gonna try to take
Feels
some
like
shots
1 here
vertically
in
down the
Georgia.
field. Defense was ready for
I
that.
know it's probably like negative
Feels as if
20
the
over there.
whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after
No,
a nice
thank
gain.
you.
This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warren.
Finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium,
One-hand catch.
get everybody excited about Florida State.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Noles are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
They're going to ride this running back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
I'm an idiot. That's all it is. Trying to be pretty. Trying to make a highlight hurdle.
Missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Just dumb.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running
Just
game.
dumb.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go
Trying
in
to
this
look
one.
cool.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab.
Catch that.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws.
No.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Somehow got the screen into that traffic. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. It's complete to the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make...
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo, something.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking downfield on first down. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, no! And the route is on.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
34, NC State 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rides the back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Leaves it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yard.
Lost one deep down the right side. Got it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Get the ball. Get the ball.
Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off play action on 1st down. Under fire. He's got it down the left side. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. All kinds of time before he fires right. Touchdown Seminoles! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but it's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 4 over Maryland. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to beat Chat.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along
Pettigrew,
the sideline.
you slow?
Flying out to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown,
Yes, sir.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Oh,
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over. They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half, and starting off the...
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They're going to run it. Touchdown, Florida State. And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10.
Get ran by.
Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
95, 96. Pettigrew, 88, 92, 91, 88.
It does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than you have.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough space. Touchdown, Noles! And the beatdown has ensued. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone today, an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Bryant. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. To the air on 1st down. The throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. The play action fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Finds a tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. And down goes the quarterback. They're looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. I remember beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally. They showed that here today. Dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look at.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Oh, rolled. user games, boys. Is that tonight? Is that this week? Next week? Next week. No, really. It just depends on how it's set up. Penn State was a user when I played them too. So there was 1, 2, 3. JG joined, so there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It just depends on how it falls out. Is that 6? I would prefer to beat them all, but I don't. Unless you got everybody that's taking up 2 conferences, I don't think you can do that. But not really. We try to stack them as much as we can. I bet people average 6, 5 or 6 games. Half a schedule, I guess you could say. gotta get a title, bro. Freak. He got 2, which is ridiculous.